Hi everyone, welcome back to another Monday's makeover. I have my friend here, which is a makeup artist as well. I told her you have to let me do your makeup because I feel like she has like the perfect eye shape and space for everything. So I decided to do like a halo look on her. So I'm gonna start off with some moisturizer. And I'm just applying that with a stippling brush. And then I'm filling in her eyebrows with some dip brow. She actually likes her eyebrows a little bit darker, but I don't. So I decided to do it my way. So I fill them in, and I usually do one side on camera just to save a little time. And I fill them in and I clean them up with some concealer and blended the concealer down. So after I blended out the concealer, I didn't bring it down all the way. I just blended out like right where her brow bone was. And then I applied some P. base as the eyeshadow base. So starting with the first color, I'm going to use this dark brown from the palette and a Morphe 506, and I'm going to pack that onto her crease, and I'm going to pack that in like a circle, like a round shape, and I'm just going to continue to pack that on until it gets the like the intensity that I want, like how dark I want the color. Once I applied that brown, I took this other brown from the palette. It's similar to like a black, but it looks more like a plummy brown, more towards black. So I just added that to the same area, except I just added to the outer and the inner crease, if that makes sense. And I did that on both eyes. And then to blend out those edges, I'm taking those two, like that light brown color and that orangey color, and I'm going to use that Morphe 506 again. This brush is really good for like putting on the color and blending it out, as long as you have more than one. And I'm just using that to blend out the edge where the brown was. I took this orange and like yellow color to blend out the crease a little bit more, and to add a little bit more like that orange yellow tone to it. I felt like the other one was a little bit too dark. And I just blended that out, of course, and I added a little bit more of the dark brown color because I did lose it a little bit back into the crease. So now to cut the crease, I just made her look straight, and because her eyelid space, like she has like a pretty good eyelid space, so I just created the crease that I wanted, and I just applied the P. base with a flat concealer brush, and I just tapped that in. I felt like that created more of a like a neater line, and I just put that right in the middle and blended that down. Of course, this is a halo, so you don't go all the way across. So I just blended that down, and I did that on both eyes. And to set that color right where the crease is, I applied this like pale gold color right where the edge is, just so that way when just in case she opens, it doesn't transfer. I applied this darker gold to the edges because I wanted it to look like a transition from like the light gold to dark gold and then the dark color. So I took that dark brown color with the Morphe 506 and I put it in the inner and outer corners and blended that out into that darker gold color. I took a pigment with some like Inglot's door line and I added that right where I cut the crease, just to add a little bit more sparkle and like to define it a little bit more. It was more sparkly in person, but on camera it still looks cute. And then I added that same pigment into the inner corners with some glitter glue as well. And for liner, I just used a brown liner, but I didn't wing it out. I just applied it right where the shape of her eyes are. And I also used that same brown gel liner in her waterline. For lashes, we decided to use these lashes, but I wish I did use like more of a dramatic lash. These were a little bit too natural for her eye shape, but they were still cute, so. So moving on to foundation, I think I used the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I don't really remember, but I think it was that one. And I'm just applying that all over her face with a like a fluffy foundation brush. And then later on, I'm gonna blend it with a sponge. And for concealer, I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm going to add that on her high points, so under her eyes, her forehead, nose, and chin. And then I'm going to blend that out with the same beauty sponge, which is the Real Technique sponge. And on her, I decided to bake since I still had to do the lower lash line, and this eyeshadow palette does leave some fallout, so I decided to bake. And remember, you always want to like blend out the creases before you apply your loose setting powder. And then I took a large powder brush and I just dusted the same loose setting powder all over the rest of her skin. So for the lower lash line, I just blended like pretty much all the colors I used in her crease, and I blended that down the lower lash line, and that was pretty much it. And I reapplied the inner corner color because I did lose it after blending the concealer and stuff out, so I just reapplied that. So I just wiped off the loose setting powder and then I applied some bronzer. So the bronzer that I'm using is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Everyone talks about this, but I don't know how I felt about that. It was like, I don't know, it wasn't dark enough, and it was like a little bit like shiny, like it gave a glow. I don't really like glows in my bronzers. I like them to be matte. But I am gonna still try it again one more time on myself and maybe like a lighter skin tone color, just to see how it really works and see what's up with it. So because that color wasn't really dark enough, I used the Milani bronzer, and I love that bronzer. Like, the color was perfect. And I also used their blush trio, and I just mixed all three colors and applied that right onto her cheeks. That color combo was so perfect. I like the corally orange colors, and it went so good with this look. As for highlighter, I of course took my ColourPop highlighter palette, and I just mixed those three colors and applied them to her high points, and I love that palette. I don't even know why people don't talk about it as much. So for lips, I'm just using this ColourPop Satin liquid lipstick in 951, and I'm just applying that all over her lid. I didn't really use an eyeliner, a lip liner, because it's a liquid lipstick, so it will last a little bit longer regardless. So that is it for this look. I really love the way it came out, and of course her eye shape made it so much easier. I need to practice some more of halo looks, so those will be coming up. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I see you on the next one.